Eldwater being such a precious resource, why am I recommending that you promote these 4 guys? Let's talk about that. Greetings and salutations, killers. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. We're talking about 3-star adventurers that you can promote to up to 5-star that are worth it. And I have several here, but really there are 4 that are superstars here, and I have this evaluated based upon 3 criteria with a little extra bonus one. So let's just jump into the recommendations and I'll explain the criteria as we go along. First person I want to talk about is Xenia. Now, I don't like her personality. Part of me hates recommending her even first, but fact of the matter is, she is a great wand user. She's going to go ahead and deal a lot of damage. She is not the most damage dealing character out of the 3-star pool for fire. However, she does have a lot of punch, and that is one of the things that you need to have. You need to be good at your job and good compared to everybody else that is 3 and 4 stars in order for this to work. And she does fit both of this. She's not the highest damage dealing, but she's really good. She has her own niche in fire, which is wonderful. She is a good unit to go ahead and promote, because the other 3rd criteria is that they have to be able to be handled by the AI really well. And honestly, while her damage is going to lag behind my 2nd pick here for fire just a little bit, she can actually catch up whenever it comes to using her skills. It works out really well. She is better than Sanoa as far as damage goes. And so I really do recommend Xenia to be somebody that you promote. As far as the other fire unit that I would recommend that is missing the bonus criteria that we're talking about, it's Aoi. I can't believe I got that name right on the first try. Holy crap. Name is 3 vowels. How do you do that? Anyway, with Aoi, she meets the other 3 criteria. As a matter of fact, she is a better damage dealer as far as everybody is concerned on the fire team that's 3-star. And she's comparable to all the 4-star ones. Vanessa, everybody else, she can hold her own. She also handles herself well with the AI, so really she meets all 3 criteria there, and she's technically a better damage dealer, even though she likes to take 5 years to put her sword away, and that almost disqualifies her from being good in the AI hands, but honestly, her damage is just so darn good. What she's missing is the bonus criteria, and this bonus criteria is going to change over time. It is what 5 stars are out there, because as soon as you get a Mikoto, you're probably not going to use the poor girl anymore. So that's one of the reasons why she is my 2nd place recommendation here and not the prime candidate in 3-star, because there is somebody out there who's just a better version of her. Now it's time for my only green recommendation, Johanna. Wow! It's strange because she does good enough for the defensive role. She has attacks that pull people in towards her. All action units can suck people in using their Force Strike, but she does amazing damage, and that is why she is up there. She has enough health that she can take punishment. She can go ahead and do the job of defender rather well, and she actually has a lot of damage. So that is why she is up there, and not to mention the bonus criteria, there's nobody above her as of recording that's going to take her place. And if we get somebody in the 4 or 5-star category that would take her place, that's something to look out for, because that would be a heck of a lot of damage or a heck of a lot of absorption ability, being able to take a lot more punishment. So if that happens, it's super exciting, trust me, because Johanna is amazing. My 3rd must-promote pick comes from water, and it is Sabella. I've already made a video talking about her whenever it came to the first raid, and honestly, everything I say there still applies, even though I'm talking specifically for the Fragonoff raid. Go ahead and take a look at that video right now to see more information about her. However, I want to talk about the bonus criteria. The thing is that Sabella is probably the lowest damage-dealing unit in the game right now, and a lot of people are already looking at water and going for Zander, and he has a good niche as far as going into High Brunhilde goes. I wouldn't necessarily say that you need to build Sabella over top of him. As a matter of fact, if you have somebody who offers a shield to the party in a neutral color, like light, like if you have Hildy, go ahead and just keep with that. You probably don't need Sabella. She does so much for what her package is, and she's bound to be overshadowed eventually, which is why I'm afraid to put her on this list. But as of right now, she is an absolutely wonderful unit to go ahead and 5-star. Her shield is going to save you. And just to make sure we're clear on things, that shield is really nice. Once you get it to the point where it's a 30% damage buffer, that first hit of under 30% damage to each adventurer, and you're already buffing this because of her ability. If you put that on the shield on people, it's going to not only negate the damage, but it also ensures that they don't get knocked on their butt. That damage basically acts like it didn't happen. So you know all those terrible purple AoEs and all the different boss fights, raid fights, all that stuff that just really ruins DPS? Sabella gets rid of that for you. She is a wonderful raid unit. She is great on many different occasions. And honestly, her damage is not that much less than Sanfried's to really worry about. So I highly recommend it. She does great compared to what the 5-stars that are out there. Great in computer hands. And for a support unit, she does just as good as anybody else that's out there on blue. Probably better. So that's my no-brainer recommendation for blue, Sabella. Now we have 2 runners up, and this is because of various other things that are going on within that area. And of course, Zander is my next recommendation here. It's obvious to see Zander is just a better sword user, but if you don't have that 5-star, he meets all 3 of the other criteria. I mean, you're talking about the ability to be lots of damage. Okay, he's not even a damage dealer, but he has lots of damage, and he can take a good beating. His skill set assists with everything. When it comes down to it, he can stand on his own. You can put him in, actually, you can put almost any sword unit in the AI's hands, and it's going to be just fine. That's almost a freebie for sword units. Thank goodness. And he's going to do well. So Zander is my number 2 pick. My number 3 pick, who meets all 3 of the other criteria, but is missing out on the 5-star criteria, would be Ricard. Now, Ricard is a good healer. He is actually he's the best blue healer right now. He really is. And I understand you can't take him into High Brunhilde. I'm still standing by that. He's the best blue healer. The problem is that if you do have something like Hildegrade, or if you have already invested in other healers, you probably don't really need to build a blue healer. You probably don't need to build a healer in any other color unless you're bringing it into a dragon trial of some sort. So that's why he does not meet all the criteria, including the bonus. But otherwise, he meets the other 3 criteria. If you're just looking for a blue healer and you want to actually have one that is going to do the job well, go with Ricard. He's great. I don't even have any recommendations for light promotions, and it's because light and shadow both sort of got, I don't want to say gimped, but they are pigeonholed because of the fact that they don't receive extra damage from any other sources. If they're fighting their opposed element, they don't take extra damage, they just give it. And so they are sort of on the average a little bit weaker. Not saying there aren't great units in both, but there are no light units I could say that are must promotes. On the other hand, I did have to stretch some of the definition a little bit for Shadow, but honestly I didn't have to tweak it too much to come up with one recommendation here, and that would be Zace. I don't understand why his name is Zace when he's not hitting people with a mace in the face in the first place. But honestly, he's a really great lance unit, and while you could definitely quickly get a lance unit in the future that would probably make Zace's role a little bit extra, he's great in AI hands. He's really good in AI hands. He currently does just as much damage as, well, he does pretty much most of the damage that you would expect a dark unit to do, and he's comparable to other ones, 4-star and 3-star included. 4 stars a little iffy, to be honest with you. Like I said, I stretched the definition just a little bit. And there's nobody in 5 stars that's going to really just take over this role, especially in Dark, because as of recording, there are none. Even then, if you want to go ahead and bring in somebody like a Halloween Ellie, she's a limited time unit. She's really the only one that I would see you bringing into there. Sanfried has a different role. When it comes down to it, Zace is in a really nice place, and so if you're looking to bolster your Dark team, he's a hands-down recommendation. I just recommended all these people, but am I really telling you that you need to promote all of them to 5-star? Well, I already recorded a video talking about 3-star versus 5-star adventures. Go ahead and click on the card and learn more about that to find out what I really think about the whole process. Otherwise, grab any one of these adventures and have fun. Do me a favor, if you like your Dragalia Lost information not in fresh like grandma's cookies, hit that subscribe button. My name is Deltran. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate all of you. And until next time, Take it easy.